Hi, I'm Josh Kettleson.
And I'm Christo Schultz. So Josh, another common question that I get is with regards to IRAs versus Roth IRAs, some of the differences and the advantages to both. What are your thoughts and some advice you have for individuals looking for those different comparisons?
Yeah, and there are some huge differences between a traditional individual retirement account or IRA and a Roth IRA. The most striking difference is how you make contributions to either one of them. With an IRA, like you spoke before about the 401ks, you're able to take a tax deduction for the money that you contribute to it. The money will stay there tax deferred until you decide to take it out when you're 59 and a half or older, and at that point you'll pay taxes on it. The Roth IRA works a little differently though. You'll pay taxes on your income now, you'll make the contribution, there'll be no tax benefit immediately, but those funds will stay in the Roth IRA and grow tax-free forever. You don't ever have to pay taxes on it. So if your $5,000 contribution grows to $1 million, you'll take it out tax-free. That being said, there are some advantages for contributing to a traditional IRA now, especially if you're in a higher income level. While you're paying a higher rate of taxes, it makes sense to defer those taxes to a point where you may pay less once you retire. On the other hand, a Roth IRA does give you the peace of mind that taxes are paid and no one's ever going to ask for more of them.
Yeah.
What's your take?
You know, there's a lot of uncertainty with regards to where will taxes be when I retire. Are they going to be the same? Less? Probably not less. Hopefully they stay the same, if not go up too high. And so there's always some of that peace of mind that you discussed with regards to going into a Roth versus an IRA. One of the unique changes that they've made in the past 15 years that a lot of people don't know about is that with regards to your 401ks, most companies offer the ability to save into a Roth 401k and a traditional 401k.
Right.
And so I like to point that out for those individuals that even though you don't have a Roth IRA set up, you can still contribute to Roth just via your 401k. One of the other things that I always like to look at with regards to IRAs and Roth IRAs rather, is from an inheritance standpoint. So passing on assets to the next generation. So one of the unique changes that they made to the tax laws here recently was that IRAs and Roth IRAs, when your children inherit those, they have to be distributed within 10 years. And so if your children inherit $1 million IRA from you, they're going to have to distribute that over a 10-year period. So that's going to add $100,000 of taxable income to themselves, which is going to likely push them up into a higher tax bracket, which no one likes to see. Where a Roth IRA, on the other hand, they inherit that tax-free, and so they're going to be able to distribute that over 10 years, but take that $1 million all out at once or over 10 years and not have to pay any taxes on it. So for those individuals that are likely going to leave a sizable amount to their children, Roth IRAs make a lot of sense just for next generation planning.
Just to play devil's advocate, it wasn't until this year where people had to take that money out over a 10-year period.
That's correct. Yeah, this is a recent law change that some people, it might have fallen through the cracks on their, their information stream. But yeah, a recent change that has a drastic effect on how inheritance is going to work for the next generation.
Sure. So any advice you get today, it should be considered in the hindsight of 30 years. A lot can change. So
yep.
It's important to understand all the potential changes that might happen.
Yeah, for sure.